So, hello, we're TEMPo7, and we're going to be introducing Purgatorio to you guys. And just to start off, these are some of the things that we're going to be including in our game in the future. It's just going to give you a tutorial with the tutorial man called Virgil, and we're going to include a boss and some more enemies, a little bit of story and context. We don't have that right now, but we're going to implement that, and then some sound effects as well. And the goal of our game is to traverse the terrain and find a final room where there's a little sigil that you can go stand on. And when you go into the game, you'll see that it's kind of like a dusty, kind of overrun environment. You're gonna see lots of cones, dirt, buildings that are very looming and giving this ominous vibe to the entire game. So here we have the main character, the priest, and right now he's in his idle animation. As you can see, he's slowly moving up and down. You can see the mouse moves around with the gun to show where you're going to shoot. The enemies over here, they're called chumps, and they are in their idle animation. And as you can see by their large mouths, when they attack, you can expect a sort of biting animation. And again, here's just the environment that you can see. In the bottom right over there, you can see a mini-map. We have M to toggle the zoom for it to show you the world design. However, if you know a little bit about world design, what it actually includes is randomly generated maps with left, right, up, down, different kind of rooms that you can go through to give you a personal experience for the game every time that you load it up. And with the minimap, we actually want to remove that feature so that you can discover the rooms on your own to have a more personal journey. And with that, let's go ahead and start showing the running animation. As you can see, the enemies are following the player. And if we start shooting back, the enemy takes damage and experiences a little bit of knockback. Right there, you just saw the death animation, as well as the health bar above go down every time they took damage. And if we show priest's hurt animation, you can see the enemy bit him and he turned white. And he has invincibility frames for just a little bit so that you can recover from getting damaged and kind of reposition yourself to get a better angle. And as you see, every time you get a little bit close to a vicinity of an enemy, they start coming towards you and they're kind of honing towards your direction. So a lot of it is movement based and trying to make sure that you can put yourself in a place where the enemy is at a disadvantage, you're at an advantage. Right now, we don't have sounds. We do want to implement that, like I said. What else?
We also have 4 different types of guns. You guys have seen me use the pistol and the shotgun so far, but we also have a laser and a sniper with bouncing bullets.
And obviously with movement, we use the WASD keys to change the different guns. You use 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you want to go to a different room, there will be a solid black line that will indicate a new area to discover. So not down here, but maybe if we go up, we'll see something like that. Like that. And then obviously up here, here's priest's health bar and then the enemy's health bar, just to give you take note of that.
You want to show that?
Yeah, let's go ahead with that.
So the player also has invincibility frames when he gets hit.
And then there's his death animation. When he dies, you go back to the start screen. Do you think you can go to the final room?
Yeah. So we also have icons. We only have 3 so far. We plan to have more when we implement our shop or upgrade system. And so right now we just have the final boss room that shows up, but that likely won't be shown when we have a fog of war because the player won't know about it up until it's discovered. But then they will have the option to backtrack and then go back to the shop or go kill more enemies if they want to.
And then this is what the final room will look like. It's kind of like a safe haven with some trees, and then the sigil will be up here on this pedestal at the top, and that's where the game will end. And in this case, we're just taking you back to the start screen.